microphone and state your business.
State your business.
Talking to my producer.
This was to greet the lovely and talented Dawn in the hall, not realizing
in
the
our
door was
booth?
open. So I apologize for that.
Hi, Dawn.
I'm so sorry.
In our booth. Cool. Thanks, Bob. We're just kidding.
People who don't
Bob
know.
can
Bob crushes people.
Pathetic I actually didn't call you Cameron.
Yeah. Hey. Bob Valvano can talk on our show anytime he wants. We're just kidding. Yeah. Anyway.
State your business. That's funny.
Yeah, no, he's the man around here. But no, I mean, yeah, it leaves you scholarships open, leave you a lot of room. Now, of course, you could say, well, Steve, you're spending that because you didn't fill them. Yeah, sure, I agree. But I mean, I do like having. I really, truthfully like keeping a couple. Now, maybe not 4. I wish we had maybe 2 and could have landed a couple more guys. You know.
Who?
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you would have got there's multiple guys. Like, what if you could have got Marcus Dumerville? What if you could have got, I mean, landed somebody like that would have been huge.
You didn't have a chance.
No, I agree, but I mean, but you were in on him early, so that's the type of level I'm talking about. Now, as
you
far
were
as
relying on legacy for that.
Just taking another random guy, no, I mean, unless the staff loved him, no, I'm good. I'll take 4, but I like having a couple, so I think it's good.
What do you think about a sit-out quarterback, though? A guy that develops while Mikael Cunningham starts next year, and then he can compete for the starting job after that.
Hey, Satterfield, that's why with the talk with Chubba Purdy, I mean, that's why I said, I'm like, no, sure, it's not a no story that he didn't come here because, I mean, Satterfield said he liked 6, 7 quarterbacks in there. Right now, he's probably got 4. I think 5 because I think you're going to have a walk-on or so that can compete, and so I mean you're looking at about 5 quarterbacks.
YouTube stream is made for the Ville. Did it shut down or something? No, it's up and running. Texter, YouTube stream looks to be fine. How many did we sign total?
It's Brian Hall.
It's a Brian Hall question.
Yeah, go ahead, Brian. Yeah.
We signed 23 freshmen, two guys from last year's class, which makes 25, and then we're expected to get Henry Bryant today, which would total 26.
So total, yeah, okay. Total 26 guys. So I mean that's pretty solid. I mean when you kept a lot, you have a good young core. You got weapons, So I thought they did a good job.
5 wide receivers, 5 offensive linemen. You didn't get as much defensive.
He signed 9 offensive linemen since he's got here. That's pretty good. Like that's saying, dude, I need bodies here. And he signed good ones. Guys that can play. I mean, there's some guys that set out this year redshirt that people aren't even talking about. It's like, hey, they're going to be on the, next year. They're available now too.
So why has the conversation only been about guys that you didn't get?
Well, I mean, because we knew that's what it would be. I mean, we told you yesterday. That's why I read off the names of the of the guys who we got, because we said, here's the deal. Is all you're going to hear about on other not just shows, I mean in media.
Yep.
I mean, I even read yesterday where somebody came to the Galt House and they were telling us, they said, look, the WDRB headline was pretty good class for Louisville. Like,
oh,
yeah.
You mean like Purdy?
Yeah, like that's the story, when in reality it's like, no, they got it. They landed a good class. I mean, go back and read who they got. I mean, they ended up around 34 to 36. Mm-hmm. I mean, that you can win. You can go to a New Year's Six bowl. I mean, look, right now, I'm going to break some heavy news to all of us. It's going to hurt, and it hurts me to say. You're just not beating Clemson right now. Clemson's playing at a level that nobody's playing at right now. So playoff really isn't a conversation to have around here right now. And it sucks because you're in that division, and it's like, even if you did beat them, you're still probably not going to end up ahead of them, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So, because if you beat them, you're probably their one loss, and they're not losing again, and they're going to look really impressive. So, but around that, now look, if you had signed Chubba Purdy, you probably would have been 30. That would have been a little better. I mean, I'm not arguing that.
He would have bumped you up.
But if Satterfield come in when everybody said that this was hell in a handbasket and got 35, what do you think he's going to do now? His running back is an early Heisman. I won't say favorite. They're saying favorites, but that's because
he's in the 10.
But he's got odds.
People,
yeah. I mean, he's going to be in the top 10, 12 of the Heisman talk next year. You don't think he's not going to go out and be able to recruit higher? and he got 35 off 2 and 10.
Green Bay Denny, fire away.
Steve. I've got a little bit of bone to pick.
Oh, great.
Well, I heard earlier this week that you were running your mouth about my Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
And you had so much salt that you sounded like Benji
Yes.
about your Cowboys.
Yes. Yes. Except I have substance because my team's been robbed in Lambeau. Like Benji is.
It was the rule, Steve. It was
No.
the rule.
No.
It was the rule.
No.
Okay? I'm sorry. But no, really. I look forward. I hope we play you. And I honestly don't mind if we play you in your house because Aaron Rodgers goes off there.
Fair enough.
But that's a whole other side point.
Fair
And
enough.
I want to make it a little awkward because I got to ask this question real quick. Marcus, when's your boy's contract over? Because I would love to see him in Lambeau.
He's not going there.
He could go there.
He
could
hates the
fit right in
Packers.
with he does not.
He
hate
does.
the
He
Packers.
hates the Packers. So trust me.
I hope he gets some cover. I hope he goes to Green Bay. And
Give it
y'all
up,
gotta
Denny.
work that out on the radio. But I got a question about Wara.
Fair enough.
And it's this. I mean, he's an All-American. He's a phenomenal talent. But I get nervous, as Marcus kind of alluded to. When he's hitting, it's like, okay, we love him. But I get nervous that's going to cost us in the tournament if he starts to shoot these crazy shots. I mean, does it make you all nervous at all down the stretch when we get into the tournament time about his shot selection? I'll hang up and listen. And as I leave, say, go, Pack, go.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I know. I
They
appreciate the
they
call.
They are playing good.
And I'm not allowed to talk about Jalen and
I'll say it. Yeah, he hates Packers. I don't know. I'm just creating the narrative. I don't know if he hates Packers or not.
Here's the thing. If Jordan would have did that the whole game, I would have been worried.
Sure.
But he didn't. He cleaned it up in the second half.
Well, and here's the thing I say. When somebody says, I'm scared that it cost me in the tournament, well, you can't win it without him. I can promise you
Right,
that.
right.
So,
And you can't, and listen, and you can't, you always need somebody who's ridiculously confident
Yeah.
in the tournament.
yeah. No, yeah, you win the NCAA. That's why I kept going back to and
Yeah, like Jordan has to be more Carmelo than,
Yeah.
you know.
I totally agreed with your point when I was saying earlier in the week when we were talking about, you were saying the freshman was probably the bigger point, you know, to get them rest, and that is 100% true. But my point was also correct in you win the title this year because of Dwayne Sutton, Jordan Wara. Like,
And again, bad quarter. Okay, let's say he has a bad game against Texas Tech where, you know, let's just say, like hypothetically, his shots throughout the game were poor shot selection, you know, forcing. Let's say the next time he has one of those games where he's, you know, rushing and has poor shot selection, you limit it to a half. Now let's start limiting, you know, poor shots to a 5-minute stretch.
yeah.
Where you had a couple, you know, and hopefully by the end of the season, he's, you know, he's grown enough to say, okay, I don't have to shoot anything. Because like, and by the end of the season, your average is what it is. You know, after,
Well-
it doesn't go up and down a lot, you know, versus early in the year. Like you want to
Yeah.
set that bar.
But go back to Lamar Jackson. I mean, Lamar Jackson was the same way. In clutch moments, sometimes he just made bad decisions. And most of the time it was keeping the football. Like against Clemson the one time. Clemson, the play comes down, you know, he gets choked up, whatever, all that stuff happens. They got the ball, it's like third down on the everybody. Brandon Radcliffe didn't even need to be out there.
Yeah.
Because everybody knew. But that wasn't a bad thing. He's not a selfish guy. I think Jordan's the same way. I say Jordan's a very willing passer. Jordan believes it's my responsibility and I have the ability to win this game. Lamar believed that. Lamar was like, it's my responsibility to get this back. I can do this, you know, and if
especially
not,
especially after an interception or a fumble.
and Jordan doesn't care if you boo him. Like, I mean, that's his. He's that when I call him an All-American and a superstar, he's like, I'll take that. That don't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take that before David.
I'll make you love me.
Yeah. So like, he's kind of got that Lamar Jackson mentality.
That's a good point. Softball dad Dustin, fire away.
Hey, Marcus, Steven, how y'all doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Great. Marcus, would
Listen.
you rather see Jalen go to the Ravens
That's a good one.
And I've got two other points before you answer. Football. Fat made a really good point. Look, I coach 9-year-old softball, right? And I'd rather have an athletic, great kid that's not a pain in the arse than a stud that it is a pain in the arse. I don't know that Chubba is a pain in the arse or not, but we are in good shape. And Fat said it in so many words. I want a kid that wants to be here and play for the name on the front. So let's not get all stressed out about Chubba. Who cares? We're good. Basketball. Win or lose in 10 days, we're going further in March. So that, I feel confident about the game, but I don't care. Like March, I'm ready for March, and that's when it matters.
It's funny you say that because I actually told somebody yesterday. I was like, I kind of made the joke we all may have made here recently, where it's like, we're not going to win, but I was like, but what I am confident is we're a better team. We're going to have a better season. I do know that
We're gonna have a better season.
Yeah, yeah. Now, does that mean you go into Rupp and win? I don't know, but we will have a better season. Yeah.
Yes, softball dad Dustin. My son loves the Detroit Lions. He loves the team that drafted him, the Detroit Lions,
yes.
and he doesn't want to play for any other franchise besides the. He wants to be a lifelong Detroit Lion.
So pay him.
So pay him.
Pay him.
Just pay
He'll
him.
stick. He'll stay.
Yeah, that is
Easy drive back to Clarksville.
that's the most politically correct I can do.
That's pretty good.
Cody, fire away.
Hey, what's up, guys? I actually really like this class. I was kind of looking at all the players and stuff like that. I really like the upside on these guys. I really love that. Excuse me. Really like that he brought in a bunch of guys of the ball, and I was reading about T. Webb, and apparently the dude's 6'5" and can run like a 4.2 40 or something like that. Like the dude's gonna be a stud.
Yeah,
Look,
there is
Cody,
no way.
You
T.
sound
Webb
like Coach
was a
Satterfield
4'2".
right now. I mean, that guy's 6'7", 360 pounds.
I love
4'2".
him. Yeah, I'm a big T. Webb guy. I don't think so.
But no.
But he is.
Good point.
He is faster though. I will say this. Me and Brian were talking about this. You go watch his film. I mean, he has videos pulling away from 70 out. Like he's not. I don't know. I think there was like this weird conversation. It was like, well, T. Webb just can't run. He's like a Peyton Manning.
Stereotype. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not the case. I mean, he's a pass first guy. And if you're pulling away from guys in Cartersville, Georgia, you can run. He's not a 4.2.
What?
But he can run.
Satterfield be like, I got 340 pounds runs 4.2.
Have you ever saw a 475-pound linebacker that can run a 4.3?
He's 6'6".
Well, that's who Murray State's got opening the season next year.
Is that who goes?
I think it's Murray and then Western or something like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a soft opening, which is actually I think is good next year.
Yeah, because next year is the weaker start, whereas the following year we play Ole Miss.
Ole Miss,
We ain't pulled Western off the schedule yet.
No, we're playing them here though. Yeah. No, I want to play Western. We're just not going back there. If I can't get my game on TV,
on the stadium app.
I'm just not going. I'm not going back there. I'll still play you.
It's funny. I was the other day. My buddy Dwayne, he said, "Hey man, have you heard of this Pluto TV thing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh yeah." Around stadium app time is when we all got turned on to Pluto.
I know.
And yeah, I ended up watching two, like, what's the Tom Cruise movies?
Mission Impossible.
You know what, man? Yes, the Mission Impossible. You know what, man? Let me just take a second to say this.
I bet you should take a break so we can go get wings before everybody else takes them.
Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number on 93.9 The Ville.
As you hear basketball's bound.
We got Chris Mack, too, if you want it.
Colder, which means you have to ask yourself if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. Right now from DFH Company, get a rebate of up to $500 and 18-month same-as-cash financing on a qualifying train system. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility dates, details, and restrictions subject to credit approval.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, She works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
The NFL plays on ESPN Louisville.
Connor breaks a tackle at the 5, dancing down the right sideline. He's in for the touchdown.
We have you covered all day Saturday with a triple header starting at 12:30. It's the Texans and Bucks, followed at 4:15 by the Bills and Patriots. And for the nightcap, we'll join the Rams and 49ers in progress directly after the UK postgame show. It's all Saturday on ESPN 680 and 105.7.
Here's Hank and his daughter Ashley from Davis Jewelers.
Who's the brightest light in your life?
She's the woman whose love shines bright for all to see.
This Christmas, tell her how much you love her with the Love Bright Diamond Pendant exclusively from Davis Jewelers.
Love Bright Diamond Pendants are gorgeous, invisibly set, round, brilliant diamond pendants that shine as bright as her love.
Each Love Bright Diamond Pendant comes complete with an 18-inch white gold chain and start at just $299.
And guys, we have multiple sizes up to 1 carat total weight in stock, so there's a Davis Love Bright Diamond Pendant for every woman.
This Christmas, give her the Love Bright Diamond Pendant.
Exclusively at Davis Jewelers.
Louisville's largest fine jeweler.
Because love
and Christmas,
it's what we do.
Davis Jewelers. More loose diamonds, more elite brands, more in store for you. At Davis Jewelers, Louisville's largest fine jeweler. From anywhere in Kentuckiana, we're on Forest Green Boulevard, just off North Hirschborn Parkway, and at davisjewelers.com.
With UPS, Future You gets seriously pumped. As a package handler, you'll have a great job this season. Make up to $20 per hour after bonuses for a 25-hour work week. Future You goes further than you imagine. Find out what you'll become at upsjobs.com.
We are ESPN Louisville, your home for the college football playoff, NFL, the Final Four, and best sports talk. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
ESPN Louisville is your home again this year for bowl season. We'll feature more than 20 bowl games, including live play-by-play of the Music City Bowl, the Belk Bowl, and the College Football Playoff. It all starts Saturday at 5:30 with the Camellia Bowl between FIU and Arkansas State, followed by the New Orleans Bowl featuring UAB and Appalachian State, both on 93.9 The Ville. Bowl season on ESPN Louisville is presented by Caesars Southern Indiana, Baptist Health Sports Medicine, UPS Jobs, and the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Most people probably hope they'll never need an attorney for something bad that's happened to them, but when you need one, the difference between a good one and a bad one can mean a lot of money. Sam Aguiar has helped our listeners, our company, and even our employees individually with cases. Why? He's responsive, asks the right questions, and is easy to talk to. But make no mistake, Sam Aguiar and his team are aggressive at making people pay what they owe you. So if you've been hurt in a car, at work, or anywhere in between, call their easy-to-remember number, 502-888-8888 or AguiarInjuryLawyers.com.
Here's what you missed on The Drive with Mark Ennis.
Eric McLean, one of the analysts there with the AC Network. How surprising has it been for you to see Louisville turn around this much in 1 year?
When I saw Coach Satterfield in that locker room after the Notre Dame game saying, everybody expects us to be able to play next year. Everyone, 2 years from now, that's when they expect us to win. We're going to be great this year. We're going to be great right now. And to hear him say that after a close loss, to start the season, the look in everybody's eyes, the drive, I just knew from that second that, Louisville can do this thing right now. And I went on a bunch of different radio shows throughout the year and game, really everyone kept asking me, who's your surprise team? Who do you think's going to pull it around? And I kept saying Louisville's going to go bowling.
The Drive, weekdays 3 to 6 on 93.9 The Ville.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcast.
If I can get one of those Huffman and the DFA or the DraftKings.
Here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. I had a great conversation with Bob Valvano. He's a different perspective. Talking to Coach Mack directly after the games, I think he's going to have some good stuff to talk about. It's kind of got a feeling. So if you're still just looking for some programming, Bob will be on soon over in 680. It's really, really good. Music City Bowl giveaway. Head over to either ESPN Louisville's Facebook page or ESPN 680 or 939 The Ville. Find the Music City Bowl VIP getaway post. Tag a friend in the comment section. Share your favorite bowl memory. You're entered for a chance to win a round trip transportation from RDH Limo and Charter. 2 tickets to the Music City Bowl. Lunch from Which plus more. All presented by ESPN Louisville, RDH Limo, and Charter. The only way to travel.
It's pretty good. And if you're a fan, if you're a football fan, the holiday season is here, and we know that means bowl season. As in 30 bowl games before the championship game on January 6th. This week, DraftKings is giving away 8 days of sportsbook gifts this holiday season. Be sure to check out the promos tab in the DraftKings Sportsbook. Of the 8 days leading up to Christmas to open up your daily gift. You definitely won't want to miss this. What's in store for Christmas Day? They got something special there. Again, that's the DraftKings Sportsbook. You download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use promo code WHBE or WLCL for a limited time. All new users get a free bet when you sign up. Plus, you make your first bet. You can get a risk-free bet up to $500. Don't forget to sign up. Use code WHBE, WLCL to place your first bet. You get a risk-free bet up to $500 only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Drive for Diamonds. We give away so much.
We do. I mean, we're not done yet.
And here's the thing. People actually win these giveaways. Like, if you listen to the shows, if you listen to the station, people actually, click on the links. They go to the Facebook pages, and then they get contacted, and they say, oh, my God, they really gave me this. I really won this. I really won a giveaway. I got, limo service. I got free, food. I got money. Drive for Diamonds giveaway. ESPN Louisville and the Huffman Auto Group want to make your holiday season a little bit more sparkly by giving you a chance to win a $1,000 gift card to Genesis Diamonds. Just go to ESPNLouisville.com. Find the Drive for Diamonds link. Register to win. Registration will close on Thursday, December 19th.
Ooh, that's today.
The winner will be announced on Friday, December 20th.
Let's go.
Whether you want to treat yourself or give someone special an unforgettable gift, go to ESPNLouisville.com to win a $1,000 gift card to Genesis Diamonds.
Also, thanks to Adam and his staff for dropping off Wing Zone Catering to the studios. You can get the ESPN Louisville special, 10 boneless wings, wedges, and a drink for just $9.39. Just mention ESPN Louisville. That's 7 days a week. When it's cold outside, stay home and let Wing Zone bring their delicious wings to you. Wing Zone delivery is perfect for office lunches like we do or game day parties. Order online at wingzone.com. 2 Louisville locations in Heights Point and Hess Lane near U of L. Also, one last programming note. I usually don't promote this, but Kentucky basketball is back in action on Saturday when the Cats take on Ohio State in Vegas. Remember, directly following the game, it's the Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance postgame with James Strebel and Jason Ince. And if you want to hear them, that'd be your first place where you can talk about a Kentucky loss against Ohio State. You can hear live and hear John Calipari piss and moan about losing to Ohio State.
Is that on the paper?
That's all on there, and much more. So it should be a fun little day for everybody.
I want the podcast of last night's game. I don't believe the machine went down.
It was awesome.
It was.
It was like, we got 7th-year high school players.
You listened to the whole thing?
No, just a few minutes on the way home. Yeah, I mean, I can only handle so much.
And you're just sitting in there giggling.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, people like next home game, come over there and hang out. Gosh, you will not be sorry. Parking was great, and you stayed out of that weather. Oh my God, it was kind of cold last night.
Very.
People, okay. So Brian, you got us ready. Here's the thing. We talked about the game a little bit. We did our grades. I kind of want everybody to, take these last, 7 to 10 minutes of programming. Listen to Coach Mack. Tweet at us what you got from the post game. Which parts do you think it kind of lined up to what we were saying? Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit later on tonight on a little evening YouTube session or something. Been working on it. Take it away, Brian.
To go or whatever. When Aiden was recovering from a ball screen, I mean, to hold those guys to 6 points in 10 minutes. Our offense at times wasn't very good, to say the least, but we cured the turnover woes from first half to second half, which we needed to. We were much more aggressive on the offensive glass. I think that will all stem from Dwayne Sutton's effort, and then Malik joined in. It was good to see, but we got to have more than 2 offensive rebounds at halftime and a lot less than 8 turnovers at the half. But be that as it may, I thought our guys, defended pretty much the entire night. The whole team, 27% field goal percentage and 18% from the 3, and they shot an extraordinary amount of threes, and we knew that coming in. But see 23-point shots in the first half, and they only scored 20 points. We used our defense when our offense wasn't there.
Dwayne, I think, was out there for pretty much the whole second half. What was he doing that made it so hard to pull him off?
I mean, he just plays so dang on hard, and I think as I pulled him off at the very end, Lucas, I told him that, you got to be that guy in the beginning of the game for us. You really do. And as much as I want to applaud him in the second half, he's been through enough wars. I mean, he's a 5th-year senior. He's seen so many different games, like whatever it takes to get his motor revved. I mean, he doesn't need a coach peeling the paint off the locker room wall to get going, or shouldn't need it. And I don't think he does. And so it was nice that he gave the tornado-like effort in the second half. And he's not alone. But I need to see that to start the game and to play that way throughout the first half.
How do you feel about a 10-day layoff before Kentucky?
It is what it is. It doesn't really matter if I hate it or if I love it. I think it's good that our guys get a chance to see their families, even though it's not on Christmas, it's around Christmas, and they'll adjust and figure out, when Santa's coming down the chimney for each of the households. And then, meanwhile, the coaches will be doing everything we can to get ready for a really good team on the 28th.
Jordan maybe needed a little bit of time to get going. What did you think of his shot selection in the first half and just in general, even in the second half?
What did you think of it? Yeah. But you asked about it, so you obviously didn't like it. Yeah, I mean, he took a couple really poor ones. And, again, I'm going to keep saying the same thing over and over, and that's why we pulled him the last 4 minutes of the first half. He took an absurd shot, and so it wasn't just Jordan. We had other guys shooting quick, and guys weren't ready to offensive rebound. And, I feel like a broken record. I told the team in the locker room after the game, with so many 5th-year seniors on the roster and a system of play that I believe they believe in, they have to honor the process and be ready to do what we're supposed to do from minute one. And so that's why we pulled him. And, again, he's one of the elite scorers in the country. He's being overplayed. He's being bumped, pushed. Not in a referee should have called it type manner, but that's what happens when you get circled on the scouting report. And he has to let the game come to him. If we run a play for him, which we have, that doesn't mean that he shoots on that time. And he did the one time. That's why we pulled him out, and he knows that. He's a very coachable kid. He just gets too geeked up and has too much confidence at times. But, it was corrected in the second half. He hit some shots, but we moved the ball much better in the second half.
Did you think the reason Miami was hanging around so much early on before, I guess, the last 10 minutes was because they were beating you guys on the glass a lot of the times, or was it something else?
That's a way to keep us, to keep up with us. I don't think we gave great effort to the offensive glass like we did in the second half. I thought Steve was MIA, and we're used to being able to go to him. When he ends the game with 1 for 3, 4 points against a 6'7", 270-pound center, it hurts our offense. And that's just the cold, hard facts. And we have to be able to rely on him to get paint touches and not settle for turnaround face-up jumpers for 15 to 17 feet.
It's 44-40. What's your anxiety level at that point? Do you think that this is a game that you expect to take control of at some point?
Well, yeah, I think that, coming in, I knew we were the better team. But, Miami gained their confidence because of some, ill-advised shots and not good enough effort on the offensive glass to get the ones that we missed. And then I think the first 6-7 minutes of the second half, we struggled with ball screen defense like we really haven't all year. And then we corrected it without making adjustments. We did what we do better. And so I'm happy that we were able to sort of pick ourselves up and figure out a way to defend the actions that were hurting us. But, again, I go back to fifth-year seniors have to be a little bit more ready to be the team that we practice to be every single day.
It seemed like the guard play was more consistent relative, I guess, to other guys on the team. What did you think of that as a whole?
Yeah, I thought Darius was terrific tonight. They tried to play way off of him a few times. He had open shots. I know he didn't shoot well overall from the field, but he hit a couple threes. I thought his defense was terrific. He gave great ball pressure. He blocked out. He was a pest when they were trying to find cutters off screening actions. I thought Darius did a really good job tonight for sure, and he played the most minutes of any of our point guards. David, probably going to say the same song and dance for him for a while. Some good, some not so good. And I thought Fresh was solid.
We kind of talk about the human factor in these, and I don't know what your experience is on these, like, last games before break or whatever. You don't expect fifth-year seniors to struggle with it, but is that a factor, too, in these games sometimes?
You never know where 19, 20, 21-year-old guys' heads are at. When they know they're going home to see their family, they probably have their bags packed. But we can't pack our minds before the deal is done. Talked a lot about it. Just happy that we were able to finish the game the right way in such an overwhelming fashion in the last 10 minutes. But, yeah, you always worry about that as a coach.
Chris, what will the plans be? Will you give them a few days off now?
Yeah, they'll have a few days off, and then, we'll reconvene well before Christmas. So they won't have Christmas at home or Christmas Eve or, really by the end of the weekend they'll be back. So they get a couple days, and then we'll turn